Why would we have strange lights over Lake Erie? And President Obama, when he was president, why was he in Cleveland, Ohio, when Ezekiel's wheel, it looked like there was some kind of a ship that was in the sky at that time? Why is that? Okay, I'm going to read you this. Look at this right here. This is really strange. If we can look at this, you all. Thank you for tuning in. Lake Erie, if you didn't know it, I didn't know it. I know it now. Lake Erie has like red lights that show up on it. And they say there's an explanation to the rare weather phenomenon. Now, we know that there has been a history of dismissing UFO activity as a phenomenon, and a weather phenomenon normally gets the attention. Okay, they just dismiss it outright, you all. And I don't think it's right to dismiss it. Let me come over here to the YouTube if I can. Yeah, we got you going on. Over here, we got you. Hello, everyone. Shalom. Yeah. So I tried to do like an Ezekiel wheel. I found this interesting. Let me just look at this first. So it says, have you seen red lights on Lake Erie? Okay, we're over here. And there's an explanation for the rare weather phenomenon. So this is back in 2016 or 2017. Okay, have you seen red lights flashing? For those who have seen the lights for the first time, it's a confusing sight, but one that has an explanation. I'm sure you do got an explanation. The rare weather phenomenon allows residents all along Lake Erie's south shore to see the lake's north shore. So what are the lights? Responding to calls from curious residents, a spokesperson for the 9th Coast Guard District told us to investigate and discovered the lights were from giant wind turbines in Canada. Giant wind turbines were making these red lights. Hello, you all. Now, I don't know if I believe that. I really don't, but that's okay. You can say that. Yeah. Your best friend, Klein, saw a UFO thing in the sky a night ago. Oh, I'm sure they did. So the phenomenon is called a super refraction. It's bending of the light's rays downward toward the Earth's surface caused by changes in the density of the air with height. This is the official explanation. It's kind of like the weather balloon stuff. Oh, that was just a weather balloon. It wasn't a flying saucer. It was a weather balloon, and there it is right there. And now this is a bending of light toward Earth's surface from above. Now, okay. An impressive temperature inversion over Lake Erie caused the sunlight to bend downward enough so that distant objects not normally seen could now be seen with the naked eye. It means some residents along the shore could get a rare glimpse of Canada from their own backyard. Yes, you all. So many other residents remember seeing the phenomenon back in 2013. And Power of 5 meteorologist Mark Johnson explained in his article a rare weather phenomenon allows northern Ohioans to see the Canadian shore. So let's talk about Ohio. So this is going to get interesting. This really is. I promise you, this is going to get kind of interesting because we got Obama coming into the scene. President Obama comes into the scene. Okay, and we also got I think it's Louis Farrakhan. I can't say his name right, but yeah, let's look at this, you all. This is interesting. I stumbled upon this article. This is back in 2010, March the 16th of 2010. Ashahed Muhammad wrote this article. Let's look at this. Strange lights in Cleveland skies over Lake Erie and video footage shot by Eugene Ehrlich of what is typically called an unidentified flying object has the internet and national newscast buzzing. Well, see, I hadn't heard of it. I didn't hear of it. Did you hear of it? I guess I wasn't into UFOs back in 2010. What was I doing? I was working. I was busy working back in 2010. So no, I didn't have much time for this. Yeah, I wasn't looking for UFOs, you all. I promise you I was not. No, I wasn't, you all. Let's see this. Yeah. So let's look at this, you all. So, strange lights. Okay, it gets bright, 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 different colors, and then it gets dim. Then it gets dim, said Mr. Ehrlich in an interview on Cleveland's Fox 8 News. He added the unexplained skylight appeared in the same place for 10 straight nights, you all. 10 straight nights. We got a light that gets bright, bright, bright and has different colors. You know what that sounds like? What was that movie where the lights were, was that E.T. Go Home or something about E.T. and the different flashing of lights? But you know that a lot of you have seen up in the sky, you've seen lights in the sky that are different colors. Okay, they are. So there's something to this, you all. There is something to this. Okay. Mr. Ehrlich's video footage has been shown repeatedly on national news. I don't ever remember it. And has found a home on YouTube. When asked by MSNBC's Alex Witt on March the 13th whether the Coast Guard, the Federal Aviation Administration, or the National Aeronautics and Space Administration had any word on it, Mr. Ehrlich replied, absolutely nobody knows what it could be. Somebody knows what it could be, you all. Somebody knows what it could be, and you know they do, but they're being hush hush. They want the people to be kept guessing. Okay, that's right. Yes, that's right. If you can see it, Bobby, if you can see it, it can see you. I believe that. You saw a rainbow yesterday, you all. Come on now. We're going to, okay, that's what it was. Klein, I never saw it though. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Okay, that's good. So let's look at this, you all. This is an article from The Final Call. Okay, I think it's a website. Yeah, it's a website. So let me see this, you all. In his last 3 public messages, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has spoken in detail regarding the origins of the so-called UFOs and said the recent sighting over the shores of Lake Erie verifies what he said previously. I never heard that I've heard of Louis Farrakhan, but I never heard the story or the account of UFOs associated with what he had to say until I think it was this past year, you all, this past year. So let's hear. If you have never heard of it, we're going to hear about UFOs because it's UFO related. For the past 2 Sundays, I have been talking to you and to the world through internet about a human-built planet that is above our heads, made like the universe, wheels within wheels, wheels within wheels. The enemy calls them UFOs, said Minister Farrakhan on March the 14th. Later during his message, the minister raised the question to the audience, what meeting? What's going on in Cleveland? What are they talking about there that the wheel would be in Cleveland? Somebody talked about the wheel being within in Cleveland, and Minister Farrakhan spoke about a human-built planet, you all, right above our heads, made like the universe, wheels within wheels. So let's see this, you all. Oh, I had everything pulled up on here. Let me tell you what they did. They turned off my volume on my OBS, and I had to reboot everything. So let's look where Cleveland, Ohio is, you all. Can we go there? Can we go to Google Earth and go to Cleveland, Ohio, because that's where we're going to go. We're going to click over here to Cleveland, Ohio. Let's pause you right here. Let's turn you like this. I like to watch it spin around is what I like to watch. It's Cleveland. Cleveland, Ohio. So he's speaking about UFOs, and he's talking about an event in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's find out where it's located. You are right there by the lake. Right there by the lake. Okay, so let's see. Lake Erie, right there on the shores of Lake Erie. And that's where they've been seeing the UFOs. Okay, so we got that, you all. We got it. Yeah. Ohio is the heart of it all, heart of America. That's really interesting, you all. Um, okay, let me put this back to me because I want to see this. So he said, let's see what he said again. And this is a meteorologist dismissing this as, lights, but this is what he said. For the past, let me make sure we're on here, you all. For the past 2 Sundays, I have been talking to you and to the world through the internet about a human-built planet that is above our heads, made like the universe, wheels within wheels. The enemy calls them UFOs, said Minister Farrakhan on March the 14th. Later, during his message, the minister raised the question to the audience. What meeting? What is going on? What is going on in Cleveland? What are they talking about there? That the wheel would be in Cleveland. You all, there goes my, oh my goodness, there's my throat itching again. Every time I want to say something important, my throat literally gets an itch in the same spot. Excuse me. Every time they're trying to silence me. Oh my gosh. So let's look at this. So this is when President Barack Obama, U.S. President Barack Hussein Obama, arrived in Cleveland, Ohio, and spoke at a public rally on March the 15th. At final call press time, it was not known what other public or private events were on the president's schedule, nor how long he would have been in Ohio. So Obama shows up in Cleveland, Ohio on March the 15th, and we have Minister Farrakhan on March the 14th. The day earlier, he's been talking for 2 past Sundays about UFOs, and he's asking then, since there's a schedule of Obama coming, he asks, what meeting? What is going on in Cleveland? Why would he just come there for a rally in Cleveland, Ohio? And why would they be talking about a wheel within a wheel? Has anyone heard back then? Was you all watching the news back then? Was Obama talking about a wheel within a wheel at a rally in Chicago? Because this is really interesting. I want to know about what's going on, a wheel within a wheel, when President Obama was president. Wheel within a wheel. Let me see this. Chicago. I'm trying to type it in, you all. Was that Chicago? What are we talking about? What state are we in, you all? Where are we at? I got to see what state we're in. Cleveland, Ohio, you all. I'm thinking about Chicago. I'm supposed to be typing about Cleveland, Ohio, right next to Lake Erie. Wheel within a wheel. I got to make sure I get the exact phrase, you all, what they're talking about. The wheel would be in Cleveland. Okay, we got to type that in. The wheel would be in Cleveland. Wheel would be in Eveland. Let's see this. Okay, we're going to look over here, see if we see anything. The wheel would be in Cleveland. I don't know how I would find it. Oh, how would they know the wheel would be in Cleveland? That's what they said. The word of a Barack Obama is the only candidate who knows that international peace, cooperation, and justice are important for the prosperity and progress of the United States. I wanted to know. I wanted to know, where is that at? I want to find that phrase, the wheel within a wheel. Uh-oh. That's on the 14th. That's on the 14th, the same day that Obama and Minister Farrakhan, okay, he's at a college. Okay, he is at a college. I wish I could search this, I really do. They're talking about Romney. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to. It's too much for me to read, you all. I can't read that much. Okay, I really can't. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. There's something about a wheel within a wheel in Cleveland, and you got the UFOs that they've been talking about in the sky. But this is the first time, this is the very first time I've ever heard of a human-built planet above our heads, made like the universe, wheels within wheels, and then the wheel would be in Cleveland. Is this a riddle? Is this a mystery? Is this something that they're code talking? They're talking about codes? Yeah. Let's see this. The wheel in the a net. Let's look at that. The wheel in the sky. In the sky. It's pouring down rain here, you all. Keeps on turning. Let's read this. Let's read the lyrics here, you all. Let me see if we can get it. The Wheel Within the Sky by Journey. Okay. The winter is again. Let's read this. The winter is here again, O Lord. Haven't been home in a year or more. I hope she holds on a little longer. Sent a letter on a long summer day, made of silver, not of clay. Oh, I've been running down this dusty road. Oh, the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I've been trying to make it home, got to make it before too long. I can't take this much longer. I'm standing in the sleet and rain. Don't think I'm ever going to make it home again. This morning's sun is rising. It's kissing the day. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning. So wonder what it is about that wheel in the sky. Do they know something, you all? Do they know something going on is what I want to say. What is that giant wheel in the sky? Now, let me just do like I want to see wheel in the sky, spaceship, UFO ship. See what it looks like. Let's see what they got pulled up. No, look, see, NASA debunks an Ezekiel's wheel UFO. What? Did you hear that? Are we going to look at that, you all? If they're trying to debunk this. I remember seeing this out right here. I do. I remember seeing this right here. So, Eric are the Von Däniken theories really true? Was Earth once visited from outer space, and did alien beings walk on our planet? A major NASA engineer reveals astonishing facts. The Spaceships of Ezekiel by Joseph F. Blumrich. Oh my goodness gracious. You all, how are we doing on here? Are we doing okay on here, you all? Do we need a moderator? I think the algorithm's probably moderating pretty good too, you all. Do we need a moderator? Like I'm there, do we need a margarita? Oh my gosh. So Shashan, do we got somebody on here who's not being nice? Yes. Let me see. I guess we're fine, right? You are we doing good? That's wonderful. Well, honey, we got people in the chat. We got 295 people in this chat. We're talking about Ezekiel's will. We're talking about President Barack Obama and Minister for Farrakhan talking about a human-made ship planet in the sky above. Oh, we need one, Skywalker, honey. Oh, you need a margarita. Oh, I never had a margarita. I never heard of margarita. Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, that's great. You yes to the margarita. Sounds like that song. Ay yapa hi yapa si. I don't even know how to go. A margarita. Oh, margarita. I don't know what it is. You all. Hello. Thank you for joining me. We're talking about this because I think this is important. Why would he get up there? Why would he put his reputation at stake, Louis Farrakhan, and say that there was, let me see what he said, and say that there was, for the past, talking about the Lake Erie UFOs, why would he put his reputation at stake? You know, why would he even be talking about UFOs? Okay, that'd be something strange you'd hear from a pulpit. It really would be. So why would he say that there is a human-built planet above our heads made like the universe, wheels within wheels? Why would he say that? Hello, you all. Yes. Why would he see that? I don't hear any other ministers or preachers calling out the UFOs, or, you know, they don't want to be tied to it. They don't. They probably think people's gone lost it. They don't want to listen to them. If you get up in the pulpit, if I got up in the pulpit and started talking about a UFO, well, they probably think, Jenny, you done lost it. But I'm on here. I'm talking about UFOs. Okay, I am. And I am an ordained minister myself, but I'm here on this YouTube channel. So could you imagine a minister getting on here and he's talking about this human-built planet that's above our heads, made like the universe, wheels within wheels, and the enemy calls them UFOs. And then why was he talking about a meeting on March the 14th? President Obama comes to Ohio, okay, and they don't know what his whole schedule was. They don't know if it was all the private or public events. They don't know what it was or how long he would even be in Ohio. They didn't know why he was there, you all. They didn't know at all. So let's get back to this, you all. Come on, let's talk about this. So Ezekiel's wheel is a type of UFO spotted in the solar system by Stereo A on February the 29th of 2020. Yeah, see, we got this, you all. So look at this. The headline that describes the video was uploaded to the YouTube by the Hidden Underbelly, who credits a Vasco Fernandez for spotting it on a video from the A camera of the Stereo Solar Terrestrial Relations Observatory. Oh, I didn't know that's what that meant, you all. The Stereo Solar Terrestrial Relations Observatory. That's the stereo. That's great to know what the acronym is. Boom, yes. Those satellites were launched in 2006 and positioned ahead of and behind the Earth in the same orbit to give the stereoscopic images of the sun and the solar phenomenon. And UFOs, contact was lost with Stereo B in 2014. You all, now this is true. A lot of their products, boom, 2014, they're gone. They are not there anymore. The last known images, and you can go to the iswa.gsfc.nasa.gov, and you can see the products that, I'm talking a little bit too loud, you all, sorry. I'm getting a little excited. The products that ended in 2014. Specifically around September of 2014, you all. Yes, that's what happened. All of it. Yeah. Let me see this, you all. The wheels within the wheels are the other lands of Terra. Yes. So look at this. So except a broadcast. Let's talk about this. Okay. So except when it's interrupted by NASA. That's the assumption in the video's narration, which highlights the appearance of a so-called Ezekiel's wheel for a few seconds before the video cuts out. When it returns, the anomaly is gone, and the narrator says, what does the narrator say? NASA's going to have some explaining for this. Amazingly, NASA does. In a post on the agency's stereo website, it said, I never heard of this yet, some people have noticed an odd shape, sort of a cross, inside of a circle, entering the field of view of the H-12 telescope ahead on February the 20th of 2020. Eventually, there is a cone shape that appears next to it, and you can see the feature in question in this movie moving from right to left, just below the trapezoidal occulter on the right side of the image. You all, let's do this. You painted that, one to beloved? The answer lies in the exact opposite of the image. At the same time as this strange-looking feature enters the H-12 view, a field of view from the left. Notice that Venus and the feature stay in step almost exactly opposite of each other across from the middle. This is not a coincidence. The strange-looking geometrical object is actually an internal reflection of the planet Venus. Oh, you all, that's kind of funny. It's telescope optics. The effect has been seen many times before. Let's see that. Telescope optics. Right there, you all. Oh, no, 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 no. No, you all, they try to call that a telescope optics from Venus. Oh, wow. And look, they got the occulter. They got it all, you all. That's funny. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yeah. That is too funny, you all. That's too funny. But I saw the image making its way around. I really did. Let's see if we can come up here to this. Where is that? Here's another image of what it looked like. NASA debunks it. You can't debunk something on your own product, NASA, honey. Come on now. Come on now. Listen to Gina, honey, NASA, honey. You cannot. You can't go around debunking things on your own product, okay? That'd be like me trying to debunk myself, okay? No, I'm not going to debunk my own work. Why are you debunking your own product? Now, you just listen to Gina, honey, NASA, okay? And you'll be all right. You will be all right. I promise you, you will. That's right. And you'll get a good reputation if you just confess up, okay? You need to confess. That's right. You can do it. We all can do it, you all. Oh, my goodness gracious. Let's see. Gina, your mission is just about complete. Rodolfo. It was, let me explain this to you all. Back in June of 2018, on June the 15th exactly, I was on my way to my mother's house, and I was taking pictures in the sky. I was looking at the sun with this bright object by it. That's what I noticed up in the sky. But then I came to a stop sign, and below that there was a woman kneeling on a cloud with her hands stretched out, her head turned back. She had a bun on her head, and I thought, you've got to be kidding. I stopped my car at the stop sign. I opened up my car door, and I got out, and I took the picture. I took the image, and I shared it on the YouTube channel. If you all hadn't seen it, it's in the community section of my channel. I want to show you the image that I did share. No, I don't want to go to YouTube Studio. I want to come right here. That I did share in the community section. This is what happened on June the 15th. This exact image right here. This is what I was taking up here. I was catching this around the sun. I was also catching other objects around the sun too. I was. But this one in particular showed up. But then I saw this right here, this lady kneeling on the clouds right here. That is the only official timestamp I have that I can go by, that I clearly had a picture that I took that day. But it goes like this, you all. Sometime during the beginning of this, from June the 15th, could be a few months afterward. It don't go into 2019. There was a beam of light that came down from the sky, like a blue beam of light or something, and 3 beings came down. 2 were human-like. One was an older lady, which really, it looked like me in my future, because I seen her before in my dream state in my future, and I knew it was me, and I had gained weight. And I thought, how did I let that happen? And then she showed up again in the beam of light that came down. An older lady with a small tan extraterrestrial. Okay. And there was a younger lady who stood on my porch with her hands on the banister looking at the eastern sky, is what she was doing. And she had long brown wavy hair like I had when I was younger. And I think that was me in my younger years. You all, I keep trying to push this button to get this back to me, and I don't know if this is going to let me, you all. Is this not working? She looked like me, and I knew exactly why she was here. I really did. I was standing on my porch, and I was at my front door, and I was looking at her is what I was doing. I was looking at the young lady, because she was going to be me. I was going to be her. And my world would change. My life would change. I am a quiet person. I like to do my gardening. I'm an outdoor person. I live a very quiet life up until then. And when she entered, I knew that my life was going to change. When she showed up, I knew it. And I was just concerned about my daughter since I live a very quiet life. I didn't know how my daughter would like it if, when this happened, that I'm going to be more outgoing and stuff. Okay, because I am an introvert, but yet I'm an extrovert. I'm right there in the middle now. I was like an ISFJ and or an ISFT now. I'm right there in the middle. I can be either. So I looked at that young lady standing on the porch. This is my 4th years. I'm getting to it, you. I looked at the young lady standing on the porch. And the older lady down there on my main geopathic ley line, because I mapped it out, where they came down in the beam of light. She read my mind, and she told me it's only going to be 4 years. And it was a very, very serious moment. I could feel the seriousness of the moment, because I wasn't smiling, and they weren't smiling. And the young lady was just looking toward the eastern sky. And then that's it. It stops right there. And the only timestamp I have of that moment that I can find is this right here. I cannot say that it happened on that day. I know I recalled what happened time and time again on the Facebook and during live videos, but I couldn't tell you when it exactly happened. I could not tell you when it exactly happened. I do not have an exact timestamp, but I know I started this journey big time when this lady appeared in the sky kneeling on the clouds. I do know that. So this is my 4 years. And I don't know what's going to happen, you all. I do not know what's going to happen. When that exact timestamp is met, I couldn't tell you. Yeah, that's all it is. Well, I'm just telling you. I'm telling you that's exactly what was told to me, and my life has changed. I'm on social media, and I put myself out there, and I've been through a whole lot. I've got a lot of. That's okay. It's fine. Here we are. So we're back here, and we're talking about NASA. Talking about NASA, honey, trying to debunk their own stuff. Don't do it, NASA, because it's not right. It's not. Hello there, King Faya. My very first pen pal that I ever had in my life, it was my one and only, came from the Virgin Islands. I wrote 2 letters to her. I don't even know her name, but I kept them. I did. So NASA says it was just a reflected artifact of the planet Venus. That's all it was. That's all. And we know better, you all. We know better. And we know there is a such thing as a wheel within a wheel, but that did make rounds. It made a lot of rounds on there. It did. Never a straight answer. Yeah, well, I like using their products. I do. They do let some information out. I'll give them that much. At least we can go look at their products, even though some may not feel that they are worth looking at. I love the graphics. I like the stereo ahead UV 171. I think that's one it is, where they got the yellow sun and the black plasma filaments just going all over the place. I really like looking at that one. I love it. I really do. So look, some people have noticed it, so that's what they said. It was just a reflection of the planet Venus. That's it. So you can see right here. So it's not that good that they did it. Look, we have also gotten some questions about why the images from the most recent days are of a lower quality, you all. We gotta we gotta hear this, and are sometimes incomplete. Well, this is because our data comes in two streams, highly compressed and lower quality, but fast-paced weather beacon data, which are replaced after a few days with better science quality images. You photoshopped images. I think they do, you all. They can make it look like that, but that's okay, you all. And that's all right. So let's look at this, you all. Why would NASA, so historically unwilling to address any sort of unusual space anomalies, bring one of its own up? For those who watch these videos feed such anomalies or just out of scientific curiosity, the fact that NASA actually has two visual feeds of the same area must be puzzling. Thank you, Cass. Let me see. Thank you, CLC. Yeah, it must be puzzling. And why has it suddenly switched to what it admits is a lower quality of feed right after the so-called Ezekiel's will? Is there something to hide, you all? We gonna see it? Yes, we're gonna see it. There is such thing as an Ezekiel's will, and I'm really, if you're just tuning in, this is really interesting. The minister for Conan, for the past 2 Sundays, I've been talking to you all and to the world about the internet, about a human-built planet that is above our heads, made like the universe, wheels within wheels, and the enemy calls them UFOs, said Minister Farrakhan on March the 14th. Later during his message, he raised the question to the audience, what meeting? What is going on in Cleveland? What are they talking about there that the wheel would be in Cleveland? And then we have Mr. President Barack Obama arriving in Cleveland, Ohio, speaking publicly at a rally on March the 15th. And they didn't know the other public or private events. So you all see, that's really interesting that he was there and they've been seeing these UFOs. See, that's what's interesting. What am I supposed to be right here, you all? Yes, they hired. Well, I heard about they hired a deacon. They had her, that was going around too. They hired several, like, I don't know, maybe 12 or so like that. Something like that. I don't know. Sorry, NASA, they said. Let's look what he said. Sorry, NASA. Ezekiel's will is not going away, and neither are the dedicated watchers who wonder what you are up to. So that is interesting, you all. That is interesting right there. Oh, a nice pen and ink or a lithograph right here. See, look at that, you all. So could one assume that there's like a human-made planet-like thing above the head, a ring? You know, it'd be a massive, massive ship. They cut the live? Oh, yes. Yes. So let's see the rest of this, you all. So Paul Seaborn is the editor at The Mysterious Universe and its most prolific writer. He's written for TV shows such as The Night Show, Politically Incorrect, an award-winning children's program. He's published in the New York Times, Huffington Post, co-authored numerous collections, trivia, what in the world, weird paranormal news, strange sports events. After all, the mysterious doesn't always seem to be serious. Okay, so that's really interesting, you all. So NASA had to debunk, I like that headline, NASA debunks an Ezekiel's will of UFO hiding. So we got here because, talking about these UFOs, red lights over Lake Erie, and they dismissed it as a weather phenomenon, a rare weather phenomenon. Have you seen the red lights, they said, you all. That's what they did. Have you seen the red lights? So we got all of these other ones. Look at this. Strange UFO sighting. Strange lights. Here's what the experts had to say. See, a woman was left puzzled. Strange light. NFL is pushing, well, we're not saying that. I'm talking about the strange lights over Lake Erie. Grace Vila took on Twitter Wednesday night and asked the National Weather Service at Cleveland about the lights seen over Lake Erie north of Avon Lake around 6 p.m. And she said some strange lights over the lake Avon around 6 p.m. So where's the picture? Right, we don't get a picture, you all. There's no picture. That's not really nice, you all. Let's see if we can see some images. Okay, we got some images of lights over Lake Erie. We do right here. Oh wow, look at that. The bay sky. That's right. There's like something came out of a portal in the sky, you all. Oh wow, look at those lights. Those are ships. Those are ships in the sky is what they are. They are emitting their own light. That's what they're doing. Yeah. Let's see this. Okay, yeah, you can see if you look right here, you can see the bands of light coming down. And you know, I think there is an enormous ship around the sun as the sun. Ooh, look at that. Unidentified objects around the sun as you know, there's something when the sun rises and the sun sets, and this looks like the individual lights in the sky. Look at this right here. UFO, more UFOs, beams of blue light. Let's see if we can find any more. Oh, that's really interesting. Look at that image. Erie on fire, or just a trick of light. No, there's something bound to be going on, you all. There really is. So if you're just tuning in, that's we was talking about the UFOs that were seen over Lake Erie. Okay, we were. And I don't think that, let me see. I don't think it's any of it. Well, I can't say that. I really cannot say that it wasn't any of the ships that I've documented. I can't say that because I've seen them in the clouds right here. These are cloaked in the clouds, these massive light ships, and that's all I've ever called them is light ships, you all. Light ships. I couldn't tell you whose they are or where they come from. Do I get a negative feeling? No, I don't. I've never got a negative feeling. I was just wondering why I caught them all of a sudden is what I was wondering. Why was I allowed to capture these all of a sudden? Because I did 3 times a day for around 1.5 to 2 years. That's all I posted was pictures of ships. And I actually do have, let me show you something. I actually do have a playlist on my YouTube channel. Look at this. This is one of the ships that came out of the sun right here at the top. This is an actual ship that came right out of the sun. And it is kind of similar to the light ships that I've documented right here. It's kind of similar to it. I tried to break it down so you could see what each individual thing looked like, and you can see it's like individual ships like here, and they got some kind of notches, and these are the ships that I've documented myself just like that, you all. So this would be a continuation. This ship right here would be a continuation of one of these ships right here. Look at all of them going across the sky. Look at this. It just now dawned on me. I know we're a little bit far behind. Let me just, I don't want to keep you all on here too long. I really don't, but I will. Just till I'm done talking. Susan, honey, hello. Yeah, so this is the ship right here. You can see behind it. What did I just see? I saw something. Okay, yeah, right over here you are. Right there in this corner. It looks like there's notches right here. Well, my ship has some notches on it too. Right here. I got the same notches on my ships. Right here, my light ships right here. And they match these notches right here. So I think that these ships are also on the sun. I've seen these in the sun. Okay, I really have seen these ships right here in the sun. The long white ships have connected. And they did. Look at that was the headline. And they did. They connected. All of these ships connected, and they can connect into that. These light ships of mine, they can connect too. Whoopsie. Yeah, they can connect too, you all. So there's a lot going on. And are there UFO ships? Are there Ezekiel's wheel? Is there like, let's see, Louis Farrakhan, like he said, for the past 2 Sundays, I've been talking to you and the world through the internet about a human built planet above our heads, made like the universe, wheels within wheels. The enemy calls them UFOs, and Minister Farrakhan on March the 14th, during his message, raised the question, what meeting? And he's talking about Obama come to Cleveland, Ohio on March the 14th. What meeting is going on in Cleveland? Is Obama meeting with the occupants of this human-built planet above their head, and the occupants in the ships? Do they come down to talk to him? And what do they mean about the wheel within the wheel? Because Obama was there in Cleveland, Ohio, and we know that Cleveland, Ohio is right here, and it's right next to Lake Erie, right there. Wonder why they called it Lake Erie. That was what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking earlier. I was thinking about lakes. I saw a lake in Indiana. It was Lake Lemon. And then I thought, well, let's look at where Lake Lemon looks like on the map. And then I saw Lake Erie, and I thought, why is Lake Erie called Lake Erie? Does it have something to do with UFOs? I'm going to type in UFOs, and that's how I came to this subject right here. Okay, I was looking at how big this Lake Lemon was in Indiana, and on the map, and then I saw Lake Erie, and then I thought, well, why did they choose the last name Erie? It sounds kind of eerie. That's how I came to this thing right here, you all. There's something going on. There really is something going on, and I would not be surprised if there were a major, gigantic human-made planet, and you got NASA dismissing their own product, saying you didn't see that, it's just a reflection. They know it's not just a reflection, that there's something up there. I think that's why some of their products are a few days behind. Some are like 3 or 4 days behind, so they can go through every single piece of it to make sure nothing gets out. That's what I think. Marie McDonald, you don't know how I found you? Well, I'm glad you found me. Okay, I am. I'm so glad you found me. Yeah. So, yeah. Also, you all, I think July the 2nd is National UFO Day. Is July the 2nd National UFO Day? I think it is. Or World UFO Day. Yeah, it's the World UFO Day on July the 2nd. That's when why did they have to have a UFO Day? Ask yourself that question. Why did they have to have a UFO Day? Why that day? Is something going to happen this year on July the 2nd of 2022? Don't know. Yeah. You can see all of these pictures of this stuff, you all. Yeah. Gaze up in the skies and look for unidentified flying objects, you all. They've kicked it off. They have kicked that off, you all, so you can look for the unidentified flying objects. I am going to go. So I want to thank you all for being on here. I'm sorry it's a little bit long, but I wanted to share this. I didn't know where we would end up, but I never knew that about Louis Farrakhan, about him standing in the pulpit and talking about UFOs. That's interesting because you don't really hear other people talking about that from that type of a position. Okay, you don't. But I think it's good to raise the question, okay, what's going on? And to be so alert that you notice something's not adding up here. Why does President Obama, when he was president, why is he showing up in Cleveland? And they said the wheel will be here, or the wheel is here. That's exactly what they said, the wheel. Let me make sure. Why were they talking about? He asked his audience, Why are they talking about that the wheel will be in Cleveland? Yeah, that's interesting right there. And they dismissed the lights on Lake Erie as a weather phenomenon. Just like that. Yeah, that's okay. So I'm going to go. And with that being said, thank you all so much. This is really interesting. It really is. I like learning about, there's so much to learn, you all. Maybe such little time to learn it in, but it's good to learn. It's a lot better than listening to something negative. It really is. It's like a little mystery, but it's a great big mystery. Soon to come out, more of its information coming out. So thank you, Susan Honey. Yes. Aw, happy anniversary, Tina Honey. Yes, that's right. Um, so, with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you, Susan Honey. And if there's anybody else on here moderating, thank you all so much, too. It's nice to have moderators who like what I'm sharing also and are interested. It really is. Peaceful, loving people. Love it. You all have a wonderful afternoon.